Hello everyone. Welcome to Coding Stunts, your favorite coding channel. Today, in the series of Python programming, this is the fourth video. And today, finally, we are going to talk about Python. Like till now, we were talking about the basics, which were very necessary to be discussed, like introduction to language, introduction to translators. We talked about the types of translators, and we also talked about the comparison between the compiler and interpreter. In the previous videos, I have discussed all these things. So I hope you have watched those previous videos. In case you have missed any one of this, I'll suggest that please watch them and come back to this one because they are really very interesting and important. So let's start with the introduction to Python programming. Now, as you know that Python programming is a complete vast technology. And Python is not just a programming language, that only I wanted to say that it is a complete technology. So now we have to talk about Python. What is language? What are the types of languages, translator, its types, everything I have discussed previously in the previous video, you can say. Now, let's talk about what is Python. So it's simply a general purpose, high level programming language. And it is used for different kind of applications, like whatever you can think about, you can develop using Python. Either it is console application, those are like basic applications which you get on your console, the output where you get on the console. Desktop applications, web application, those are the websites, mobile applications, machine learning, IoT, data science, anything, whatever you can think about, you can create using Python because it is having so many libraries and all with the help of which we work on it. And we will be also doing those things in the series. So if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe Coding Stunts for this special Python programming series, which I have brought here in this channel. Now, let's talk about the popular applications which are developed in Python. So, YouTube, Mozilla Firefox, different applications of Google, Dropbox, Quora, Instagram is completely developed in Python. BitTorrent and the Zoom. The Zoom application, everybody use it for the meetings and all. And Zoom application is also completely developed in Python programming. So we are actually surrounded by Python, and most of the applications which we use in our daily lives are actually developed using Python, as the Google, YouTube, and Instagram all are there. Now, if we talk about Python, so it is really very simple and a straightforward language. It is having really very simple syntax. So it can be anybody's first programming language too. It is case sensitive. What is case sensitive? Like there are two different cases in the programming context, uppercase and lowercase. Uppercase means capital alphabets, capital ABCD, capital alphabets. Lowercase means a small alphabet, a small ABCD. Okay, so if we talk about the case sensitive, there are two cases, uppercase, lowercase. Now, if you are writing something in capital, so it will be considered to be in uppercase. If you are writing anything in small, so it will be considered to be in lowercase. Like this is A and this is A. These both are different. So if you have written age, okay, and now you are trying to access that with age, so it won't work because it is case sensitive and capital and lowercase are different. So this is case sensitive. I hope I am clear about it. Now, it is an object oriented programming language. Now this is actually a topic of you can say deep conversation, and we will be also doing it. Actually, Python is not only object oriented, it is a multi paradigm programming language. Different paradigms like structural, procedural, scripting, functional, modular, all the kind of approaches are actually accepted and followed in the Python programming. It is dynamically typed. Now you tell me in the chat, in the comment section actually, that what is meaning of dynamically typed or statically typed, like dynamically typed and statically typed. What are the differences? In case you know, tell me in the comment section below. I hope you have answered about it. Let's discuss that what is dynamically typed and statically typed right away. So in the case of the languages like C language, like I'm writing here, C, C++, Java, these all programming languages are statically typed. Okay, these are statically typed. So, okay, what I have written is okay, statically typed. So what happens there? We define integer age, okay, and float salary, like this we define. But as Python is a dynamically typed programming language, it is dynamically typed. So here we do not have to actually define the data type in the initial phases. Suppose you want to take age, you can take directly. You want to take salary, you can take directly. You don't have to worry about that what data type it is, integer, float, double, anything. You do not have to initially tell it. At the runtime, it automatically decides that what particular data type it is according to the value which you are giving as input. In the case of statically typed languages, you have to define the data type in the initial phases. You have to tell it is integer, character, float, double, anything. But in Python, as it is dynamically typed, you do not have to define the data type. You just have to take the name of the variable. And when you will be taking the values for that particular variable at the runtime, then it will be able to automatically understand that what particular data type it is. This is the meaning of dynamically typed. I hope it is clear. Then it uses indentation in the place of curly braces. Now, in other programming languages like C, C++, Java, even you can say C sharp, PHP, there are curly braces. Like you have to create the block of if else for loop and all. Then you have to use braces, curly braces. But in the case of Python, to create the block of if else for loop or any other thing, you do not have to use the curly braces. There are indentation used in the case of Python programming. What is indentation? Indentation are actually spaces. Okay, so they are the spaces, and when we will be diving into the practical stuff, like next video, you can say onwards only, we will start the practical. So have some patience. You will be understanding the meaning of indentation in very, very clear way because we will be doing it practically. Indentation are spaces and they are actually used in the place of curly braces. In Python, we don't use the curly braces for the creation of the block of any if else or for or function or anything. It uses variable without declaration that I have already told. We don't have to declare the data type variables or variable data types. We just have to take the name of the variables directly. Interpreted language, and we have already seen in the previous video that yes, it is interpreted language. So how and why, that I have discussed in the previous video where I was talking about the comparison between the compiler and interpreter. In the third video of this series, I have discussed that how Python is interpreted, so please watch it if you have not yet watched it. Now, after this much, let's talk about the features of Python programming. So Python emphasizes on the code readability. It has automatic memory management feature. That means you can say garbage collector as it is present in Java. Similarly, here also we are having the automatic memory management features. So automatically the memory which is not getting used is actually flagged and removed. The objects which are not getting used, they are cleaned up automatically. Then dynamically typed. So it is dynamically typed. I have just now discussed about it. Large set of libraries present. So simply in the case of Python, we have large set of libraries, and that is the reason why we are able to create so many different kind of applications using Python. It is multi-paradigm programming language. I just told you that not only the object-oriented programming approach, procedural, structural, functional, all the different kind of approaches are actually easily supported and followed in the case of Python programming. And that is the reason why it is known as multi-paradigm programming language. It is platform independent. So it is highly platform independent because it is interpreted. And this, again, I will tell you, watch the previous video if you have not yet watched, because these things I have discussed in very detail in the previous video. With the Python interactive interpreter, it is easy to check the commands directly. So Python is actually having an interactive interpreter. There is IDLE. IDLE is the default IDE of Python. Default IDE means that you don't have to install it. Okay, you do not have to install the IDE, IDLE. It is by default coming when you install Python into your computer. So there we are having shell, that is the interactive interpreter. So about that, we will talk about in the future videos, in the upcoming videos. Although this series is totally dedicated towards the online editors, online, you can say IDEs which are available. I am not saying that I won't tell you the offline IDEs. I will be telling. For that, I have already created one complete playlist of 99 videos. So you can watch that in case you are interested in offline IDEs. In this series also, I will tell about offline IDEs, but my major concentration will be towards the online IDEs because it is in demand series. Many people are facing issues. They are not having proper laptop configurations or something like that. Those school students or college students are also free to learn this Python programming very easily. Even the online IDEs give us the flexibility that you can just log in anywhere and you can use your code. You can work on your project wherever you are. You can just work. You don't have to carry your laptop every time. Okay, so I will be discussing about the online IDEs and I will be coding on the online IDEs throughout the series. I am definitely going to tell you about IDLE, PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, Anaconda, everything here in this series also. But major concentration I will be keeping on the online IDEs, and what online IDEs I will discuss. Those you will be knowing in the future coming videos. So stay tuned and subscribe the channel. Now let's talk about the different libraries which are available in Python. So as I told you, it is having a large set of libraries. This is not the name. Okay, these are not the names of libraries. These are the types of libraries for graphical user interface, web framework, multimedia, database, networking. Like for graphical user interface, we are having Kinter, we are having PyQt5. For web frameworks, we are having Django, we are having Flask. There are many. So these are just the names, just the types of the libraries which are present in Python for different work. That is the reason why we are able to create so many different kind of projects very easily using Python. So please tell me in the comment section below that whatever I have discussed in this video, that is clear or not. In case you are having any queries, so please ask me in the comment section below. I will definitely help you out. I will love to help you out. So in the next video, I will be talking about the installation. Even we will be directly downloading and installing Python into the system. As I told, multiple IDEs. So stay tuned and try to understand what I am saying. When you will be moving further with me, you will be understanding that what IDEs I am trying to explore in front of you and what coding we are going to do, what projects we are going to do. Everything I will be telling gradually in this series. So please stay tuned, subscribe. See you in the next video. Till then, take care.